Bro, let me talk to you man to man for a second. There was a moment in your life, maybe last year, maybe last week, where a woman was leaning toward you emotionally, and you didn't even see it. Not because you're dumb, not because you're blind, but because most men were never taught what attraction actually looks like in real time. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Research in interpersonal psychology has consistently shown that men significantly underdetect female attraction cues. We miss tone shifts. We miss proximity changes. We miss vulnerability signals. Not 10%. Not 20%. Most of it. Which means while you think nothing is happening, she might already be halfway emotionally invested. So let's fix that. I'm going to break down 6 psychological behaviors women struggle to hide when they want intimacy with you. Not red pill theories. Not TikTok guesses. Actual behavioral patterns grounded in psychology and neuroscience. And number 4? That one changes everything once you see it. Let's get into it. 1. She touches you but makes it look accidental. This one is subtle. Almost invisible. She adjusts your collar that didn't need adjusting. Her fingers linger half a second too long when handing you something. Her knee rests against yours under the table. And she doesn't move it. Most guys think, oh, she's just friendly. No. Physical touch triggers oxytocin, the bonding hormone. Neuroscientist Dr. Helen Fisher has extensively studied how touch activates attachment chemistry within seconds. The body doesn't need permission from logic. It reacts automatically. And here's what's really happening. She's not just touching you. She's testing your response. Are you comfortable? Do you lean in? Do you stiffen up? Do you pull away? That micro moment tells her everything about whether she can escalate emotionally. And this is where men mess up. They freeze. Or they pretend it didn't happen. Both responses communicate the same thing. Emotional disinterest. You don't need to overdo it. You don't need to grab her back. Just match her energy. Let the moment breathe. Attraction dies in awkwardness, not in subtle reciprocation. 2. She starts confiding in you. This one is huge. When a woman moves from surface conversation to personal revelation, something has shifted. She's no longer talking about her day. She's talking about her childhood, her insecurities, the thing she's afraid to fail at, the relationship that hurt her. Psychologist Dr. Arthur Aaron demonstrated through his Fast Friends experiment that mutual vulnerability accelerates emotional bonding dramatically. Intimacy is not built through flirting. It's built through disclosure. When she opens up like that, she is not just venting. She is choosing you as a safe space. And she's watching. Do you hold it carefully? Do you validate it? Or do you dismiss it, joke it off, or check your phone? That moment determines whether she goes deeper or closes up permanently. A woman does not hand fragile parts of herself to a man she sees as temporary. 3. She engineers one-on-one time. This one is strategic but never obvious. She volunteers to help you with something unnecessary. She lingers when everyone else leaves. She texts late at night about something that absolutely could have waited. Feels organic. It's not. Emotional closeness requires time investment. Research from the University of Kansas suggests that real friendship and closeness require hundreds of shared hours. When a woman wants intimacy, she instinctively tries to accelerate that clock. And the fastest way to deepen connection? Isolation. Not in a creepy way. In a focused way. No audience. No group dynamics. No competition. Just you and her. And here's the genius part. She always gives herself plausible deniability. Oh, I was already nearby. I just thought we could grab coffee. If she repeatedly creates private moments, she's not bored. She's prioritizing you. 4. She mirrors you without realizing it. This one is pure neuroscience. You lean forward, she leans forward. You slow your speech, her pace adjusts. You grab your drink, she does seconds later. This is called behavioral mirroring. Studies published in PLOS One show that synchronized body language dramatically increases perceived connection and trust. It's subconscious alignment. 2 nervous systems calibrating to the same rhythm. Here's what makes this powerful. It cannot be faked long-term. Mirroring is automatic when attraction is present. The brain essentially says, I like this. Match it. Watch for the echoes. Is she using your phrases? Matching your tone? Laughing at your rhythm? If yes, her subconscious has already leaned in, even if her words haven't caught up yet. 5. Her language shifts from I to we. Pay attention to this one. There's a difference between I might check that place out and we should check that place out. That shift is psychological territory marking. Relationship researcher Dr. John Gottman found that couples who naturally adopt we language early show stronger long-term emotional stability. When someone begins speaking in shared terms, it means they're mentally integrating you into their future narrative. She's not just planning. She's placing you in the plan. A woman who sees you as temporary keeps everything short-term. A woman who sees potential starts weaving you into next month, next season, next year. Language reveals internal decisions before behavior does. 6. Her voice physically changes around you. This one is wild and measurable. Studies from the University of Stirling found that women often unconsciously adjust vocal pitch when speaking to someone they're attracted to. The tone becomes warmer, softer, slightly breathier, not because she's trying, because attraction alters physiology. You've seen it. She's loud and animated with friends. Then she turns to you, and the energy shifts. The voice lowers. The pace slows. The warmth increases. Her words can be filtered. Her tone is biological. When her voice changes around you, her nervous system is responding before her logic does. Now here's the reality. One sign alone means nothing. One touch could be friendly. One late-night text could be boredom. One personal story could be random. But 3 of these consistently? That's not coincidence. That's a pattern. And patterns tell the truth emotions try to hide. The tragedy isn't that attraction is complicated. The tragedy is that most men never learn to see it. And years later they look back and say, she was giving me every signal. How did I miss that? Now you won't. Use this wisely. Not to manipulate, but to recognize. Because intimacy isn't loud. It's subtle. It whispers before it ever announces itself. And the men who learn to hear whispers never miss their moment again. Now here's something most men don't realize. Attraction doesn't disappear suddenly. It fades when it's not recognized. A woman rarely wakes up one day and says, I'm no longer interested. What usually happens? She sent signals. You didn't respond. Her nervous system registered indifference. And she emotionally recalibrated. Attraction needs feedback. Not chasing. Not over-pursuing. But awareness. When she leans in and you stay neutral. When she opens up and you give surface-level responses. When she creates alone time and you keep it casual. Her brain doesn't think, he's mysterious. It thinks, he's unavailable. And women don't bond with unavailable men. They protect themselves from them. 7. She watches you when you're not looking. This one is primal. You'll be mid-conversation with someone else. And you'll catch her eyes on you. Not in a loud, obvious way. In a studying way. A playful tension. Emotional tracking. That's not friendliness. That's emotional movement toward you. But here's the deeper layer most people don't talk about. Women don't just look for attraction. They look for emotional safety. If she sends signals and you respond with arrogance. If she opens up and you make it sexual immediately. If she creates closeness and you treat it casually. She will shut it down. Not because she lost attraction. Because she lost trust. Attraction sparks. Trust sustains. And intimacy requires both. Let me tell you something that might sting a little. Sometimes you didn't miss your chance. Sometimes you were emotionally unreadable. And when a woman can't read you, she doesn't feel secure enough to deepen. Confidence is not emotional silence. Confidence is calibrated response. You notice. You match. You reciprocate. You don't overdo it. That's how tension builds naturally. And here's the final piece. If you never see these signs from her, don't force them. Attraction is mutual nervous system engagement. If you're constantly searching for signals that aren't there, you're trying to convince yourself. The right dynamic feels different. It flows. It escalates gradually. Feels cooperative. You're not dragging her forward. She's walking toward you too. That's the difference between desire and politeness. So now you know. Intimacy whispers before it declares itself. And most men miss it because they're waiting for something loud. But the real signals? They're quiet. They're layered. They're biological. And once you learn to read them, you stop wondering. You stop guessing. You stop chasing uncertainty. You respond to patterns. And patterns don't lie. If this shifted how you see things even slightly, stay sharp. Because awareness is attractive. And the men who understand emotional signals, they don't lose opportunities. They recognize them in real time.